Good evening. Today, our fellow citizens, our way of life, our very freedom came under attack in a series of deliberate and deadly terrorist acts. The victims were in airplanes or in their offices, secretaries, businessmen and women, military and federal workers, moms and dads, friends and neighbors. Thousands of lives were suddenly ended by evil, despicable acts of terror.
This just in, you are looking at obviously a very disturbing live shot. That is the World Trade Center, and we have unconfirmed reports this morning that a plane has crashed into one of the towers of the World Trade Center.
John? I don't know.
Quiet in the studio. 3, 2, 1, live.
In one singular word, how does terrorism and its sinister acts make you feel?
Anxious.
Heartbroken.
Threatened.
Fearful.
On edge. Terrified.
Ashamed.
Hopeless. Panicky. Terror-stricken.
As a member of the younger generation, knowing terrorism still exists, it scares the life out of me and anybody of my age group. The fact you can't go to somewhere simple like an event or a gig without the worry of something happening. Even the people that have experienced events like these, it must be terrifying to those people. I had an interview with Lucie, a person that was at the Manchester Arena bombings. This is what she told me.
Oh my god. What's going on? What just happened? What's going on? Oh my god!
So I'd first like to ask, could you talk me through what happened on that day?
Yeah, so it was just a normal day for me. I mean, it was like my first concert where my parents had let me go alone. I was 15. It was a long time ago. And I was a bit nervous anyway, because like it's a big place. I was on my own. But I was really excited to see like Ariana and everything. I met up with a few friends before, but we were sat in different seats. But that was fine. We just, you know, the concert went on. It was amazing.
Yeah.
She went to do like an encore, so she like went off and then came back on. And that was her last song. And then she went off, and like I was talking to my friend Sam, just on the floor of the stage of the arena, and we heard like this massive bang. And like my first instinct was that it was like, I thought someone was like shooting up, like out. My brain goes into like panic mode straight away.
Of course,
I'm a
as
very
it would.
anxious person anyway, but my friend was like, oh no, it's fine, because there was like big balloons, like, so someone was like, oh, it'll just like popped near a speaker or something. And so I was like, right, okay, that's fine. But then everyone started running, and I was like, right, maybe I need to get out. My parents were waiting for me outside, and they were trying to call me, but like my phone, in that moment you don't really know what to do, and I didn't want to like panic anyone, so I just was like, right, I'll get out, I'll find my parents, and you know, hopefully it'll be like just a misunderstanding. At no point did I think there was a bomb at all. So like, I talked to a security guard and I was like, I need to get out, because I don't know if you know arenas, there's like the floor and then there's like the middle bit and then the top bit.
Yeah.
So where everyone was leaving, in the middle bit, they were like stampeding on it, and I didn't want to, like, I was only small, I didn't really want to go up that way because I was like, I won't get out that way. So I was like, please let me out the back, like I need to get out. He was like, yeah, that's fine, whatever. So everyone just started running like behind the stage, like the backstage bit. It was like a tunnel, and we ended up coming out where like the tour buses were, like behind the arena. And I remember just like seeing like the sky, and I was like, thank God. But then I had to find my mum, and then I found my mum, I found my dad, because they were at different places at the arena, and then we just drove home like nothing had happened.
It's so saddening because you weren't there for, like you say, you were not prepared for this situation.
No, I mean,
and nobody really is, because you're at a concert. It's unbelievable, unspeakable things that happened.
I mean, you just want to go to enjoy the music, don't
Exactly. It's unbelievable. It's hard to get into, man, really.
Yeah.
So I really appreciate you speaking to me obviously today.
Yeah, all right, thank you.
What were your emotions when you heard obviously that bang, which obviously you'd said that you may have thought it was a balloon.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of in two like mindsets. I was like, no, it'll be absolutely fine, it'll just be something random. But then the other side of my brain was kind of like, you're gonna die. I literally thought I was gonna die.
Since then, what sort of support have you obviously received from other people?
I mean, I get support from my family and friends, obviously, when it happened. It was quite hard for me because I was only 15, I think. I didn't really know how to deal with the emotions. I mean, it was shock for a while. I kind of just ignored everything and acted like I was okay, which probably looking back wasn't the most, the best thing to do, because now I have to deal with the consequences of not maybe talking to someone when I should have done, because when you're 15 you don't really understand anything, especially when something like that happens. I kind of just bottled it up. I did see someone, like when I was in sixth form, I got offered like help and like therapy, and I did go to a few, but it didn't really help, and then I had to drop out because of what happened to me. So it was very chaotic. I don't think I did get the right kind of help that I needed in that time.
Exactly. So do you think there could have been more support for those people?
Oh yeah.
The people that obviously affected?
Oh God, yeah. I think the amount of people that were affected, even the families of people, like my parents, like my mum she wasn't there, but she was outside the arena. Like she has trauma. She was worried what would happen to me, and my mum didn't, get any help or anything either. And I think we kind of just acted like it didn't happen, and then it was awkward for us to, I don't like to speak about it because I feel like I don't want to upset her or anything.
Yeah, exactly. It goes more from just you. It affects family,
exactly.
because this is the point. Obviously, it can affect you for a lifetime.
Yeah.
Stuff like this, and it's meant to think that it happened at a concert.
Yeah.
Somewhere where you're meant to be having fun.
Yeah, that's the worst part for me because music is like my life.
Yeah.
And somewhere where I was like made to feel safe, I felt like I was gonna die, and it was hard for me to ever like go back and stuff and just get back to normal. Like doing normal things was hard. I couldn't even go shopping or anything. It was quite bad.
I've heard from your friend Neve that you recently went to a concert and it still affects you there. It must be so upsetting though when you can't go to somewhere like you love your music as much as you do, and you can't have that fear. You've got that fear.
Yeah, I think it's always going to be there. I mean, I'm 21 this year. I was 15 when it happens, and I don't think it's ever going to go away. But it's definitely easier. When I first started going back to concerts, I was a lot worse than I am now, but I kind of just have to prepare myself in the best way that I can and let the people know that I'm with that, I might need to leave, or I might get a little bit anxious, I might need to get out, That's what I do. Whenever I go to a concert now, I have to know where the exit is. I kind of like to be stood near the exit so I can get out if I need to.
Of course. I assume you've seen the memorial that's been created in Manchester, the Glade of Light. What are your opinions on that, do you?
I think it's beautiful. I haven't seen it in person yet, but I'll probably go in May when it is the anniversary, so I am excited to see it. I think it's beautiful what they've done, and
100%.
Yeah, I'll probably cry.
It is lovely. I went there to film, and it is lovely.
It is really. I bet
place.
it's so peaceful and nice.
It is just the area
pay
where
respects,
it's around. It's next to the cathedral. It's just a perfect location for it, and it is really nice. Finally, do you have a message for anybody that was there that may be still struggling to a certain high degree?
Yeah, I mean, it's different for everyone, and I can't just say, do this and you'll be better, or act a certain way, go and speak to someone, because everyone deals with trauma differently. I know, like, my friend that I went with, we deal with it in completely different ways, and that's fine. It's up to you how you want to handle your own trauma. But I feel like if you never got support, I would definitely try to encourage you to talk about it. It would help. Even, it doesn't have to be a professional. even if you just talk to your family or your friends, you'll probably find that you can deal with it better. And if you, like, I'll never make sense of it. It'll be something that I never understand, because, like, you know, it's a strange thing.
It's unbelievable.
You don't expect it to
At
happen.
all, no.
You know it happens, you hear of it happening, but when it happens so close to home or to you, it's like, whoa.
Exactly, you hear it on the news. you
Yeah,
hear
that's
it
what
on the-
I
nobody
felt like
expects
I
it to
was
happen.
in a movie. I was like, I got home and I turned the news on and I was like, whoa. Yeah, it's strange, but I would say to try and talk about how you feel, because bottling your emotions up and your trauma up really doesn't help, and it will affect you for a long time.
The message of this documentary is to educate the younger generation and educate everybody around the world on the effect terrorism can have on the younger generation. The fact it plagues our minds with fear. It's so disheartening knowing everything that goes on and we still can't do anything about it. Things must change.